Up and ready to go. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a six. Oh, that's a good connection for the batsman. That's what you call a long distance deposit. Masterful batting. Four runs, plays into the gap fabulously. Good pickup shot this. Has that gone for a six? Yes, it has. Well, that's out. Poor shot from the batsman. Must be kicking himself. Batsman takes the long walk back to the pavilion. Couldn't tie in the ball well enough and picks up the fielder. Oh, that's picked up and straight into the crowd for a six. In the air. Couldn't tie in the ball well enough and picks up the fielder. For a duck. Looks frustrated as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. And straight into the crowd for a six. In the air. Couldn't tie in the ball well enough and picks up the fielder. For a duck. This could well be the captain as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. And straight into the crowd for a six. Squeeze a single there. Good running. In the air. Oh, I think it's out. That is couldn't tie in the ball well enough and picks up the fielder. For a duck. This could well be the captain as he takes a long walk back straight into the crowd for a six. Squeeze a single there. Good running. In the air. Oh, I think it's out. That is couldn't tie in the ball well enough and picks up the fielder. For a duck. This could well be the captain as he takes a directed and straight into the crowd for a six. Squeeze a single there. Good running. In the air. The power is extraordinary. That's in the air. But oh, that's a japper. In the air. Frustrated as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. They wanted to hit that ball up and over. This has been an impressive performance. They got just about everything right today. A well-deserved win. Over. This has been an impressive performance. They got just about everything right today. A well-deserved win. Over. Good outing for both the teams. That man in your frame over there, Gurbaz, one of the most exciting cricketers in world cricket at the moment. Movement over there. Gurbaz.
Again, this time Fuller looking for the gap, and Gurbaz find the gap to the cover area and runs away for 4 runs. What a wonderful shot from Gurbaz. A bad delivery from Klassen.
This time he goes over the infield, over mid-off. And Gurbaz finally breaks the shackle. Much needed 4 for him. It was in the slot. We saw it with Klassen the other day as well. After coming over the wicket, he decides to come around the wicket. And this time, with the angle, Gurbaz decided to play it. Finally breaks the shackle.
That's his favorite area and very strong to the offside, especially mid-off when mid-off is up.
Smashed away. Airborne shot, a fruitful one.
Gurbaz has won some interest now. Since the 8th over, he's loosened up, and he hit a 4 in the previous over. And once again, greeting the bowler with another 4 coming down the track. That's his trademark.
Misfield. And will pick up a boundary.
Yeah, misfield by Zulfikar at cover, and that won't make Ryan Klein feel any better. His first ball in one-day international cricket, dispatched to the boundary.
Shot. Brilliant strike. Into the breeze. It's gone all the way for a 6. Gurbaz is glorious. Brings up a half century for Afghanistan. 51 for 1.
Gosh, he's a fearless player, isn't he, Ramanullah Gurbaz? That really was fantastic stuff. Using his feet, lovely free swing of the bat, and able to admire his handiwork there. That cleared the boundary by quite some distance.
To the earlier outing on the first ODI.
Goes big this time. Fielder giving chase, but he'll have to give that up. That's because it's a home run here by Gurbaz. What a shot. I'll tell you what, he's paced this innings of his exceptionally well. Shown a lot of maturity. And the way he's paced his innings needs special mention. Stand and deliver, presenting the full face of the bat. And he gets maximum. Exceptionally well. Shown a lot of maturity.
Interesting. And he plays this beautifully towards the cover. A beautiful batsman raises his bat.
This time down the wicket. It's a maximum. What a shot for Gurbaz. 6 runs. Nice and clean hit.
Knows the nature of the surface. Looking to take on. The spinner coming down the pitch. Off spinner, the ball coming towards him. Decided to go.
Nice and clean hit.
That was a brilliant stroke with the turn. We haven't seen too many shots before he reached his half century.
This time pulls to the mid wicket. Can he another find the boundary?
Lovely, Freddie. Keep it, Fred.
Has he pulled it back? Looks like a good effort from the fielder there on the boundary. Turns the ball away. Will be a tough chase for the fielder getting in there. Should be back for 2.
He wanted the third one, Gurbaz. You could hear it as well from the stump microphone. 3-3 is what he was asking his partner for. But Hashmatullah, the dugout in anticipation for that big 100.
Will he go for the big shot? The last ball of the 40th over.
He wanted the third one, Gurbaz. You could
Plays with a soft end through the offside, takes a single. Will he come back for the second? He's coming back for the second. It's a century for Gurbaz. A glorious one-day international century. 2 centuries already in international cricket for Rahmanullah Gurbaz. A standing ovation from his teammates. Wonderful, wonderful innings from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. He's adopted to the conditions really well to get to a century of 123 deliveries. Well played, Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
And what an innings this has been. Missed out in the first game. Congratulated by his captain in the middle. He's stood up and he's rose to the challenge. 2nd century for him in his 6th game. And what an innings this has been. Missed out in the first game. Congratulated by his captain in the middle. He's stood up and he's rose to the challenge. 2nd century for him in his 6th game. Out in the first game, congratulated by his captain in the middle. He's stood up and he's rose to the challenge. 2nd century for him in his 6th game. Good outing for both the teams. That man in your frame over there, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, one of the most exciting cricketers in world cricket at the moment. And he immediately you can see a hint of movement over there. Gurbaz.
Again, this time Fuller looking for the gap, and Gurbaz find the gap to the cover area and runs away for 4 runs. What a wonderful shot from Gurbaz. A bad delivery from Klaassen.
This time he goes over the infield, over mid-off, and Gurbaz finally breaks the shackles. Much needed for him. It was in the slot. We saw it with Klaassen the other day as well. After coming over the wicket, he decides to come around the wicket, and this time with the angle, Gurbaz decided to play it.
Yeah, that's his favorite area and very strong to the offside, especially mid-off when mid-off is up.
Smashed away. Airborne shot, a fruitful one.
Yeah, that's his favorite area and very strong to the offside, especially
Gurbaz has win some interest now. Since the 8th over, he's loosened up, and he hit a 4 in the previous over. And once again, greeting the bowler with another 4 coming down the track. That's his trademark. Gurbaz has win some interest now. Since
Misfield.
the 8th over, he's loosened up.
And will pick up a boundary.
He hit a 4 in the previous over. And once again, greeting the bowler with another 4 coming down the track.
Yeah, misfield by Zulfikar at cover, and that won't make Ryan Klein feel any better. His first ball in one-day international cricket, dispatched to the boundary.
Shot. Brilliant strike.
करो हर सुख हर शाम हर घूंट वाइटल के नाम वाइटल पियो जिंदगी जियो
reason. Imam has been on the quieter side, 10 of 22.
Yeah, right. It's 4 outside to 5. You'll have 5 anyway. And what have they got now? They keep changing. This could...
Reason.
Imam
has been on the quieter side, 10 of 22.
Yeah, right. It's 4 outside to 5. You'll have 5 anyway. Have to understand there are penalties. And what have they got now? You take your time doing changing. This could just get on.
Reason.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 in a ring on the offside one. There are rules in it. Yeah, right. It's 4 outside to 5. You'll have 5 anyway. Have to understand there are penalties. What have they got now? You take your time doing it. So yes, you're right. You don't have to.
Reason. Having a couple of good deliveries, and certainly we saw this reaction from Fakhar Zaman. Just wanted to break free, and it went horribly wrong. And it'll rue the fact that once again he got a start and just couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, he just had to stretch. In the end, it was too far away from him. In a sense, the idea was okay. Now we're seeing a little uneven bounce from this pitch. From Faruqi, there were a couple that kept ever so low. For Gulbuddin as well. I mean, you can tell by the reaction of Babar Azam. Now the thing about Fakhar, he was trying to get down the pitch. I mean, you do all sorts of things when you're slightly out of form. So he was trying to get down the pitch previously, and then the one that cost him his wicket, he'd gone even further toe end.
The problem with that shot selection was that it's a perfectly fine shot to execute on a good pitch, but this pitch demands you to be a bit careful. And you find it tough to hit through the line on top of the bounce. The ball is stopping, it's staying low. So what you need to do is to spend more time and get to a 30 first, and then maybe to a 50. Milestones give you confidence, gives you high, and so getting out when he's just looking a bit better would disappoint not only him but the think tank. Oh, almost an edge. What a good delivery round the stumps, and even a slight bit of deviation looks a great deal for the batsman.
Yeah, just gets stuck in the pitch. There is deviation as well, but pace comes off it as it hits the pitch and as it starts that process of deviating. Yes, it's a good delivery. It's sort of hand on hips result, isn't it, from more reaction from Imam, who's going, oh, look, come on, how am I meant to play that? How am I meant to get the runs flowing if this pitch is doing this? I think, to be fair, I mean, my honest opinion is the two pitches we've played on before this game, all well played. Oh! Well bowled, great length, great line. Half a chance maybe, no more than that.
Yeah, I've got to position yourself accordingly. He's not express, he's getting the ball to move round the stumps angle once again, teasing, testing the left-hander.
Half a chance maybe, no more than that.
Shot of Mohammad Nabi. Yeah, I've got to position yourself accordingly. He's not express, he's getting the ball for a medium pacer to round the stumps angle, aggressive, teasing, testing the left-hander.
Half a chance.
Because that kind of pace allows the ball to be more on the surface and then moves just about slightly to tease the batter. 44 for 1.
Yeah, finish off. Well, I thought the two pitches, the second pitch of the series was the best. And we saw that in the scores and the way that people batted on it, because there was enough in it, enough pace in it, for batsmen to play their shots. Already my impression of this pitch at Premadasa, and we know there's been a lot of cricket played at this ground, and the surface was relayed only something like 5 months ago. Topsoil was replaced something like 5 months ago, which is not a long time for a pitch to bed in, but initial impressions are there's a lack of pace, and that's going to stymie the stroke makers, going to make it harder for them. I think already Pakistan might be revising their targets of 280, 290 as spoken of at the toss. We will see. Once again, it's taking an absolute age to decide where the fielders need to be.
My problem is that, you know, it kills the rhythm, the viewing rhythm.
The only man appealing is Gurbaz behind the stumps. That's drifting leg side. Any consolation, the man who picked it up was the man who moved into place at the last moment at the start of the over.
Ball at a leggy, I think that's why that fielder was put behind on the fine leg area in the ring. Good thing about Mujib is his wicket to wicket, straight line, doesn't get a lot of spin, but he makes the batsman play. And you've got to pick him off the hand. If you miss his leggy or an offie, then you're in trouble. He attempted wrong then, I think.
Yeah, it didn't matter because it was so full. It was a real, genuine half volley. In fact, almost so full, actually, you couldn't get the full shot on. Now, first game, just harking back to game number one, that was Mujib to Barber. Pretty much straight on. Now, first game, just harking back to game number one, that was...
कर्ज अदा किया जाए गरीब आदमी ने न कर्जा लिया है न कर्जा काया है.
Afghanistan's point of view, that sort of head-to-head, just think a little look because umpires just like to be sure. It looked as though he was comfortably home initially, certainly should have been. We'll just check that. The wicketkeeper confirmed. As I say, always good just to check and be absolutely sure. So not out, still one down, 49 for one after 12. Three-man used so far by Afghanistan. Faruqi, 4 overs, of course, plenty left for later. Mujib, spell of 6 so far. All within the wicket take, 2 overs, 1 for 4. Responsible for the wicket of Fakhar Zaman. Three-man used so far by Afghanistan. Faruqi, 4 overs, of course, plenty left for later. Mujib, spell of 6 so far. All within the wicket take, 2 overs, 1 for 4. Responsible for the wicket of Fakhar Zaman.
This is an important partner because not only do they provide Pakistan with a great platform to attack the opposition, but in the process they get them into a winning position as well. It's a terrific partnership record.
Yes, certainly is. Averaging 73.06. It's nice to see your name in there. One with in conjunction with Said Anwar, one with Javed.
Batting with Javed was always interesting because he's trying to coach me from the non-strikers all the time, as if I was a novice and a non-entity. Like a kid I was. And I remember a shot that I played. We were involved in a partnership in a World Cup game. You were commentating against the Windies at Melbourne. I got 100. And we were in a partnership of about 120 or something. And he was absolutely on my case, trying to work the ball from off to leg. And I said, I don't know how to play that shot. I've never attempted that. You know, that funky shot through fine leg. And finally I did. It was an outside edge. The keeper surprisingly moved towards the leg side. Otherwise it would have been a straight catch. And he missed it and the ball went through that first slip for 4. And I said, never ever again, Javed bhai. Never. It's quite interesting batting with him.
was one of the greats for sure, Javed Miandad, and quite interesting playing against him too, because he didn't mind coaching the opposition as well. He was one of the greats for sure, Javed Miandad, and quite interesting playing against him too, because he didn't mind coaching the opposition as well. We all know that, a very, very special ball.
I think, David, he needs to flight the ball a little bit more in ODI cricket. I mean, he's got a wonderful template for T20 cricket. But going flat in ODIs is not really the done thing for him. I think the results also show in the last game also Pakistan were prepared to block him out, not give him a breakthrough. Once again, he starts off with a pacey over 55 for 2.
Yeah, that's his, as you say, that's his preferred pace. That's what he's used to delivering.
Plus up your summer with the perfect Toyota during the national sales event. Take your summer to the next level with a wide selection of Toyota vehicles. Toyota National Sales Event ends September 5th.
Conditions to tease people out. Earning wickets, that's always a good thing to have.
Take your summer to the next level with a wide selection of Toyota vehicles. Toyota National Sales Event ends September 5th.
Conditions to tease people out. Earning wickets, that's always a good thing to have.
कर्ज अदा किया जाए गरीब आदमी ने न कर्जा लिया
and for keeping it.
The bigger time, they अंदर से glow.
Malik family की पहली lawyer.
In his stride and manages it well, even though it wasn't off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, that's Fuller from Gurbaz this time. No damage done, just the one. Men in the right places. But yeah, it's the interesting thing is when you're trying to force the pace and there is no pace out of the hand and no pace off the pitch, any batsman will tell you they prefer it if the ball comes on off the pitch. It makes timing easier, makes stroke making easier. When you've got to control it like this, and somehow force it like this, it just gets harder.
He's bowled superbly, Gurbaz, and just the ideal pace on a pitch like this. And Imam was beautifully set up as well. He was struggling with that angle around the stumps, the ball shaping away, not middling a lot of deliveries, and then wanted to break free, caught behind. Very good bowling by Gurbaz and good from Afghanistan. A lot of muscles for a guy who only bowls at medium pace.
There is nothing I can add to that.
Just been told by Devinder that he wanted to be a wrestler. Thank God he's playing cricket.
Well, boundaries, I tell you this, boundaries of course very hard to come by at the moment. He's bowled very well, he's been accurate and consistent, bowled well to his field as well, so if there's been any slight deviation from the prescribed line, you've got the man in the right place like that to just keep it down to one.
Just trying to figure out this surface, and I think that because it is a bit rough, the ball is sticking into it, because dry conditions, dry environment should not make the ball to move about or move around.
Well, I'll tell you this, run rate is continuing to drop. It's 58 for 2 after...
डेंटल हेल्थ का ऑलराउंडर है सेंसोडाइन कंप्लीट प्रोटेक्शन प्लस, जिसके 8 बेनिफिट्स देते हैं मुकम्मल प्रोटेक्शन हर रोज.
करो हर सुबह हर शाम हर घूंट वाइटल के नाम, वाइटल पियो जिंदगी जियो.
Gurbaz Batting, the captain for Pakistan, winning the toss and batting first. He's at the crease at the moment. Over 14 of 20, Rizwan near the crease on this glorious Saturday afternoon here at the Gurbaz International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. It's hot, it's humid. We've been making impression, taking 2 wickets. Nicely bowled once again. On the court of something with these. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Devinder. Things look quite interesting from here. Pakistan can continue at the same speed and make only 189. They will fancy their chances if they can get past 250. Afghanistan has bowled a really good line in links. Bowling change that the captain brought, Gurbaz Naib, new to this series, coming off to the injury, got the wicket in his first over and saw the back of Imam as well.
Probably versus Rashid, it's going to be fascinating batting ahead of us. He's bowled 4 dot deliveries to trying to create pressure. It's been successful in PSL as well in getting the wicket to Babar Azam. Rashid Khan. Also defensively. 14 of 24. Likes to take a bit of time to get himself in, assess the conditions and get into the groove before he starts displaying the aerobic strokes that he's famous for. Nicely pushed through the offside. Just a run from the 16th over. 59 for 2 Pakistan.
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, फिर देखो कैसे सालों का फासला एक सुर में मिट जाता है। यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों सा खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
इस शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नीम, जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
ग्लो एंड लवली, इसके मल्टीविटामिन्स गहराई तक जाएं, दाग धब्बे घटाएं, दे अंदर से ग्लो।
मलिक फैमिली की पहली लॉयर,
चेहरे और कामयाबी दोनों का ग्लो।
62 dot balls. That tells us about discipline from Afghanistan. Spinners in operation, particularly Mujib and Rashid. And Guluddin bowling impressively, taking 2 wickets for Afghanistan. 59 for 2. Change in bowling. Fazal Faruqi into the attack from round the wicket to right and better.
This is the third bowling change. So you certainly see that Captain Hashmatullah Shahidi is studied the previous 2 ODIs. The second one was a thriller. It was a strong comeback by Afghanistan, posting 300 runs. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it with the ball. They have a strong spin attack. They give him a good 30 overs. They needed the 20 overs by the Pacers to be properly bowled. But nonetheless, it was really a wonderful game. So today it seems like he wants to impact bowling changes, work out new strategy, which is really nice for you to be able to study. That's why you have such series before big events. Asia Cup coming, the Cricket World Cup 2023 coming up. So nice to contemplate and see where you're making mistakes and how you can address those mistakes. Because things about mistakes is admit them and correct them.
Also the short spells from the fast bowlers or spinners because of the humidity factor. They come from Kabul. It's not that humid. It's around 80% today. Temperature 32, 33. Seems like 37 degrees centigrade. And that's why credit should be given to Gurbaz because a couple of days back he was in Kabul. In different temperature, coming in here and making impression straight away. That's where the role of High Performance Center in Kabul comes in. They have identified around 28 players, 28-30 players for the Asia Cup and World Cup. And they've been monitoring their progress, monitoring their injuries as well.
Yeah, the Afghanistan chief selector Asadullah Khalid identifying, as you rightly say, 28 men and working around them and keeping them ready for the big events of Asia Cup and the Cricket World Cup 2023. And it is even better to have a bilateral series against Pakistan to be able to test your skills and prepare better for these upcoming events.
A lot of changes when it comes to infrastructure as well. A number of teams, domestic cricket, want to provide high quality cricketers the opportunity to compete against each other. Seriously driven, protection there on the boundary. Trying to accelerate a bit here because last 3 to 4 overs they've been able to exercise control with the ball, with the spin and pace bowling as well. Afghanistan.
Well, I'll take the cue from what you said, accelerate. It's been already 43 balls since they have hit a boundary. But let's take you to Kabul, to Afghanistan, and we take you to Balkh province, I believe. I thought
that ball kept low. And that marks the end of the 17th over, 61 for 2. Briggs will be there on field.
करो हर सुबह हर शाम हर घूंट वाइटल के नाम वाइटल पियो जिंदगी जियो
61 for 2. Briggs will be there on field.
करो हर सुबह हर शाम हर घूंट वाइटल के नाम वाइटल पियो जिंदगी जियो
Residential buildings around the stadium, shown because how Rashid performs, takes 1 or 2 wickets, all of a sudden you will see rest of the bowlers following the suit and making it difficult for Pakistan. This has been relatively challenging surface to bat on. 2 of the better batters for Pakistan, Babar 16 of 28, and Rizwan on 3. Strike. Attacking the stumps, a lot of googlies. Of late has started to bowl the leg spinner as well. It turns a bit.
Well, the thing about Rashid Khan is that he'll keep it simple and he will bowl wicket to wicket and he'll wait for the batters to make the mistake. And for a situation that it is,
driven through the offside. One is king of spin, leg spin in T20 version of the game. He's been making headlines around the globe. And Afghanistan needs a big performance from Rashid Khan with the ball in hand. He's recuperating from leg issues. And his focus is to create some magic before they head for the Asia Cup.
So for the situation as it is that Rashid Khan will enjoy himself because he seems like to have been building the pressure. Beautiful view by drone camera. We just saw a little bit of a fumble earlier, but it's really been quite a good start by Afghanistan.
Just changing his line. He's bowling at 89.4 kilometers per hour. Rashid Khan is very good when it comes to attacking the stunts and executing the googlies. Searching for first wicket for himself in this contest. He's someone who takes, once he takes 1 wicket, he takes wickets in a heap.
2 or 3 wickets to change the course of the game. He's been absolutely fantastic, a global superstar for Afghanistan to inspire the next generation of spinners.
And just a hand from Rahmanullah Gurbaz, inviting all of them to talk if they do not want to feel bored in this game. Maybe there's little bit of action required. End of the over, 64 for 2.
Gurbaz Batting making impression straight away, taking 2 wickets already. Fazal to continue. Down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. He's been brought back into the attack to find a wicket in some fashion. Goes wide of the crease. Too far down the leg side. Well stopped by Gurbaz, a centurion in the previous match, 151. Majestic innings from Gurbaz to change that trend. Afghanistan not scoring enough to coming into the competition. It was extraordinary surge when it comes to responding to a challenge against the fast bowlers from the batters. But coming back to high performance centre in Kabul, that's where they monitor the progress of the players at the same time, giving opportunity to getting the players ready, getting conditioned them to play the series 8. That's how they've been able to fly in within Naib after Azmatullah Omarjai suffered side strain. Again forcing him to play defensively around the off stump, just trying to bring the ball back into the right-hander.
That's where from certain talent grow. The outside, the high performance centers giving you those training and preparation stints. The result is Gurbaz Batting coming in and already making an impact, taking 2 wickets, the only 2 wickets that Pakistan have lost so far.
Driven runs here. Need to do a lot of work there, fielded it on the boundary. Rashid Khan. And also the first class cricket that's going on in order to increase the level of competition. Look at this once again. Just opening the face of the bat to get it away from that fielder at the cover region on the offside. Great commitment. That's what you expect from Rashid Khan, wherever he is. A global superstar. He's been pivotal in turning the fortunes of Afghanistan cricket. That stroke demanded a forward defensive stroke and managed to play it. Ahmed Shah Odi Championship back in Afghanistan. Fitness has been the key word in bringing the new players in and giving them the objective to look after their fitness and compete at the highest level, because that's what the need, the requirement at the global stage in different conditions against supremely fit athletes. It's important to have fit athletes playing. Pull. He's found the gap. Will pick up a boundary.
That is finally a very good shot to ease the nerves. A welcome boundary for Pakistan. They waited for it for a long time. They wanted to build a stronger platform, and look at this. This was shot and there to be pulled. Rizwan is an aggressive batsman. He breaks the shackles and gets the boundary. That's a welcome boundary and a very good controlled shot from Rizwan.
Slowly this over. It's coming slow off the wicket. That gave him extra time to play the shot behind the square on the onside to pick up the boundary. Obviously played.
holding into the pitch on that occasion. The ball, a boundary coming from this over. 72 for 2 Pakistan.
And this is beautiful Bahman. Ravinder, you were there. I believe you had fun during the Shpagiza Cricket League and had a tour of this wonderful valley, which is green, cold, beautiful, and very warm. As for the hospitality of the local people over there is concerned, the food you get there, this is new construction, such a beautiful place.
Well, we played cricket as well in those pockets. Mawai was also there, the commentator from Zimbabwe. Rashid continues. And not only we played cricket, enjoyed the hospitality of Afghan people there, and then I had the luxury of travelling back to the cricket stadium with Hashmatullah Shahidi, the current captain of Afghanistan cricket team. Defensively. Fantastic country. Lovely people around. Hospitality, food, the way they treat people. Love for cricket. Crazy. Never seen anywhere on the planet. Always a lot of talk about the performances of the players. Who should be playing, who shouldn't be playing. Putting pressure on the selectors and board administrators about who should be picked, who should not be picked. It's a healthy discussion on the social media.
That's going to be close. Asks the question and gets the answer. The umpire raises his finger and he believes he's got his man. They go for the DRS review. Mohammad Rizwan.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I've checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front and first, please. Ball passes close to the bat. Can I have outrage to confirm if there is any bat involvement? Yes, please. Okay, standing by for the outrage. Yeah, keep rolling. Roll it through. Flat line. Load it up to the body. Satisfied. There is a clear gap between the bat and ball. Can I have ball tracking whenever it is ready, please? Pitching ourselves off, impact in line, wickets and missing. Is that you need to change your decision? You are on screen, signal now.
Well, that's a very good review taken by Muhammad Rizwan. Rashid Khan certainly surprised how it bounced so high. Believed that he had his man, but that's really good awareness, and he's indicating to the Afghan players that I knew it was like hitting me high and I believe that it would go missing. So
really surprised. This planting his front foot forward, playing the sweep shot that was going over the stumps. Gulbuddin cannot believe it. Rashid couldn't believe it that was going there over the stumps. Mujib was surprised. Not very often he plays in Australia as well on bounce at pitches. Rashid Khan, he knows. Frustration growing. 5 dot balls from this over. Almost created an opportunity to take a wicket. Rashid chirping around the bat at the moment. Oh, was that? Heard something on that, but it's maiden from Rashid. 20 overs bowled, it's 72 for 2 Pakistan.
Someone who operates there and thereabout, was successful in getting the ball to move around. Someone who operates there and thereabout, was successful in getting the ball to move around. Off the seams, movement in the air as well is very good when it comes to deception, taking the pace of the ball on this kind of surface where there's a possibility of ball staying low or bouncing a bit extra or hanging into the pitch. But managed short mid wicket and man in the covers. Shot 2 on the drive.
Actually, he's got really good back of the hand, slower balls. Gulbadin Naib. We talk about Babar Azam, highest career average as a captain.
The movement back into the right-hander of the seam. This little movement of the seam, smattering of grass on this pitch. It's a different pitch from what they experienced in Lanka Premier League. Gulbadin has a smile, always plays with a smile. That demands a defensive stroke after playing a couple of airy-fairy shots.
Talking about Gulbadin's smile, I didn't see much of that during that Shbagiza 2020 when there was a heat between Shahzad and Gulbadin Naib and everyone was going after one another. It was some contests really won.
Afghanistan cricket going nicely. Great. Also APL, Afghanistan Premier League in the pipeline. 5 teams will be participating. Slower delivery, nicely handled by the batter. 5 teams will be participating in the T20 World Cup year in 2024. At the same time, the G80 One Day Cup also be played already before the Sri Lanka series. Shahdab Odi tournament ongoing, and there's a conscious effort to find players who can step up immediately at the international level. Also a team, under-19 team playing against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka in UAE. A lot is happening in Afghanistan cricket, and the amount of talent that they possess, I won't be surprised. APL, the Afghanistan Premier League, could be one of the most delightful T20 league to watch.
It will showcase the raw talent Afghanistan has. Talk about the spinners, fast bowlers, and explosive batsmen that Afghanistan has. It will be a very interesting league coming up for Afghanistan.
It's going to be maiden. It's maiden from within a 2 for 11 in 6 overs. Fine bowling performance from him. 76 for 2, Pakistan.
Very disciplined have Afghanistan in their bowling attack. Gulbadin, brilliant. 2 for 11 of his 6 overs. Coming into the side of the injury of Azmatullah Ormazai. And here's the new man as well, another new man. 2 changes to this Afghanistan side. So Farid Malik, the left arm seamer, the other one.
Under-19 team playing against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
Been in and around the Afghanistan squad for some time now. Farid Malik gets the odd game here and there, but I tell you what, he never lets them down. He runs in hard. When he's in the field, he gives 100%. He's a wholehearted try.
It will showcase the raw talent Afghanistan has. Talk about the spinners, fast bowlers. Lets them down. He runs in hard. When he's in the field, he gives 100%.
They just haven't quite got the measure of the surface, have they?
Those are the numbers of Farid Malik. Strong boy. Runs in hard, as you said, hits a big hard. Fast bowler that
captain would like to have in the team. Runs in every day.
Just haven't quite
Talking
got
about the
measure
pitches,
of the surface.
I think this looks much better what we saw in the IPL, but just that I think the extra bounce and sometimes just keeping it low and playing the true Premdas, which has been a challenge for Pakistan, but I just feel all credit should go to Afghanistan. The way of their ball, the lengths, the fast bowlers have hit 3 different pitches, 3 different results hopefully. The first game was slow, low. The second game was a fantastic pitch, and this keeps interested everybody. Even Gulbuddin Naib getting some moment, Farid getting some bounce. Batsmen, if they're willing to work hard, there are runs to be scored. Spinners, if they put more reps, there is some turn. So I reckon this is going to be a tester for both these teams.
I don't know. I think that you're the player of Babar Azam's class, and he's struggling to middle the ball when he is presented with something to hit, like a half volley or a long hop. He's almost a little bit tentative because there's no trust. Now, I know you said that they've relayed these five months ago, but I don't think the square is settled at all, because I've yet to see a pitch play well here over the last 6 weeks or so, and normally it is a very good pitch. There's been spin, there's been inconsistent bounce and pace. But then again, if you're a quality player or an international cricket team, you need to adapt.
Bounce definitely has been inconsistent. A couple of deliveries before with the pace and the length what Farid Malik delivered, it just shot down. The class of Babar Azam, yes, he's struggling. That's where the experience and the class comes in. He's not going to give in pretty easily. We saw 2 rash shots, 2 wickets fell down, but Babar Azam putting the work in. Understand it's not going to be a 275, 260 pitch. At least get that 250 somehow or a 240 and be competitive. And under lights, there is going to be some movements with the fast bowlers. That's where the 3 Pakistani quicks will be handful.
Into the 24th, 77 for 2. Talented man, Saud Shakil. Just only played 5 one-day internationals, and then Salim Aga, he played beautifully in the Test series against Sri Lanka, got a wonderful 100. Something had to give, and something has. And it's Rizwan who takes on Gulbuddin. But again, the middle of the bat is not found.
This is the ideal pitch for Gulbuddin, Neb, isn't it? Enough movement off the seam. This time, Mohammad Rizwan trying to up the ante, coming down the track, but turning in his hands. Trying to get a going. And Rizwan should be the man forward. I mentioned about the inexperienced middle order, but there's plenty of class in that order.
Oh, that rolls along the ground. I do like the intent that Rizwan showed the ball before. Sometimes I think you've got to make a play as a batter when the run rate's sitting at 3 to the over. And I know the surface is one that they cannot trust, or they're not trusting, but you can go down the wicket and play a defensive stroke. You don't need to go down the wicket and try and hoik it over square leg, just to try and get Gulbuddin to think a little bit more. At the moment, all he's doing is he's running in and trying to hit a length. Rizwan already, look, he's a foot, 2 feet outside of the crease. trying to create something, but Gulbuddin is not leaving that area.
It's ideal bowler for these kind of conditions. Give the seam enough movement to create that doubt on the batsman's mind. And Mohammad Rizwan is playing with the crease, batting in front of the crease, behind the popping line. It's not going to be easy. And Gulbuddin Naib is all his defense, getting his chance, and he has put both his hands up and accepted that this is my chance, and so far has done a wonderful job.
His pace taken off. Oh, well, you know that he's a wonderful player, Babar Azam. But if form ever deserts him, we know what role he can play. He was operating our buggy cam earlier today and thoroughly enjoying himself. I don't think there's place for you here yet, Baba. We're still enjoying watching you bat.
Watching him bat, as well as one of his interviews, he said that Sri Lanka is like second home. So it's lovely to hear. Plenty of supporters comparing to Hambampara. That's you, my bottom dollar. Most of them are here to see Babar Azam bat.
That's his new toy. You say he said it's his second home. I tell you what, I think he'll be looking for a different second home if he doesn't get something that he can hit through the line on. There's some games being played here during the Asia Cup. Work to be done on these surfaces, I think. But again, I know it's a very tough thing for the curator because of the amount of cricket that's been played here over the last 6 weeks. 80 for 2. Just what you want when you get drafted into the side before a big tournament like the Asia Cup and the World Cup. 2 for 14 in 7. That will get the selectors' heads scratching. Rashid Khan's just bowled a 4. Whether Hashmatullah Shahidi will look to bowl someone else within this team, just to give him a couple of overs, because that's what cost them the other night, is trying to get the ends correct and which bowler to bowl towards the back end of that second one-day international. Having just used the 5 bowlers. Now that one bounces.
We're talking about the bowling options. We've got Mohammad Nabi, has not been used so far. Shahidullah, another option that I thought Hashmatullah Shahidi got it wrong the last game. I saw Shahidullah bowling in the Emerging Asia Cup. He's a very fine left-arm spinner. Maybe a few overs for him. And the same mistake, Afghanistan, which he did against Pakistan, did it against Sri Lanka in a one-day up in Pallakali. Sri Lanka chased down, I think, something close to 310 runs. And Gulbuddin Naib and Fazal Faruqi was on the receiving end, bowling short balls, which is pace on, pace off. And all the Sri Lankan batters just kept on keeping on the head straight and trying to hit everything square of the pitch. Similarly, in the last game, when the bowler was bowling bad, probably Abdul Rahman had a day to forget. A left-arm spin, a couple of them, because it's a bigger boundary. To show that a left-arm could have done a much better job. So I think Shahidi got the tactic